Hi, good morning. My question is, for those of us who actually are serious actors working our way up, even though we may have...
I was lucky in the way that Joss actually called me about this role. So I've only met them briefly and after the fact. But I'm sure it's very easy to figure out who they are. Yeah. If you keep on working at it and you hear about a role coming up, then just, go through your management or your agent, because one in particular is like 4 pages long. A lot of dialogue, very wordy. Has to do with, I don't think it matters if I share this, but I'm pretty much getting tortured. And it's an interrogation scene, and it's an amazing scene. When I read it, I was like, wow. I can't wait to do this. And I just happened, for whatever reason, to check my junk mailbox before I got on the plane to fly down for this network audition. And sure enough, there's like there's an email that I just happened to see. I'm talking like right before I have to leave to jump on the plane, like Joss Whedon's assistant, new sides for the audition, right? So I get it. Everything I've done and all the work I've done has been thrown out the window, so I have to get new sides. Of course, my printer's broken. You can't print anything out at the airport. So I'm like trying to write down this scene before I jump on the plane to go do this audition in front of the Fox network. And I'm like, oh my God, why did they do this to me?
Send it to your PDF and send it to your PDA.
Anyway, needless to say, I got it done, and the best thing about it, the biggest surprise, was Eliza was there. She was there to read with me, and the scene was with her, so that was good. It was a neat opportunity. And yeah, we did it, and we had some fun. Joss directed it, and we shot it, and it went from there. I think it was like 3 or 4 days later I found out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. I was wondering, what about the show generally, and then your character specifically, really interested you in it and made you, want to get on board?
Well, I mean, number one, obviously, Joss Whedon. I mean, I probably would have played a lot of different characters for Joss. He called up, and the thing is, when originally what happened is he called up and he told me the premise of the show, and he didn't talk at length about my character so much as the premise of the show. And we talked for a while, man, and it was really interesting. But when I got the sides, I started to get a sense of the character. And he's just interesting, man. He's very different from the character I've been playing for 5 years. I've had the opportunity to be on other guest stars and play different roles, what have you, but guest star's a guest star, it's short. There's a beginning and an end, in a period of 5 or 6 days or whatever you do. And yeah, Paul's intriguing, man. I'm really curious about him. I don't have him yet. It's too soon in. I'm still trying to figure him out. I'm waiting for that to click that I usually get when I remember sometimes you're lucky enough to get it right off the bat. I thought I had it with Hilo, but I mean, you begin to learn, obviously with a series, you think you understand a character, and then the writers throw a curveball at you or what have you. But yeah, Paul's really intriguing, man. He's interesting. I'm curious. I'm curious about him. I want to know where Joss is going to take us. He's very, very self-righteous. He's very driven, but he's very much a lone wolf. It's intriguing to me.
Thank you. Good morning.
Sing?
Absolutely.
Yeah, if he wants me to. I don't know if you guys want to hear me sing. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me sing. But yeah, I'll do it. I'm game, man.
Can you describe what it's like on a day with Joss versus what it's like on a day with say Ron Moore and doing Battlestar?
It's the same machine, man. It's very, very similar. They're both really, really intelligent, capable characters. Joss, what I'm amazed about with Joss and Ron, people in that position, I mean, they're obviously, you know, very, very gifted and highly intelligent, but what I appreciate the most about them is they keep their cool, and they can obviously multitask in a serious way. They juggle so much, and they keep their energy level, which is important. Joss always finds time to joke around on set, which is great. It keeps things light, and especially when you're really trying to get a scene done, and there's not a lot of time, and what have you. And he's organizing the crew. I mean, he can just do so many different things at once, and that's good. I really appreciate it as an actor, because that's not always the case with a director.